Hello everyone, and welcome to another custom figure showcase and sort of another edition of the War Doctors, but this is actually a War Doctor custom that I originally did for The Doctor Is In, and so as I've updated it, I've decided to keep it as The Doctor Is In, but I wanted to show it as part of my War Doctor series because it is a custom that is a War Doctor custom. So originally, my War Doctor for The Doctor Is In was basically literally just a repaint of the waistcoat and the bandolier to this slightly darker red and darker brown, and that's pretty much all I did. However, as you can see, there have been a few changes made to this since then. I have swapped out the shoes and lower parts of the legs for actually one of the new B&M War Doctors, because it means that he's got sort of a slightly different tone, better looking tone on his, you know, his gaiters, boot protectors, whatever you want to call them. So I liked the sort of style, the repaint those have been done in, so I decided to swap those over. And then the jacket, I have given an overall repaint just to a much darker brown, or not a much darker brown, but a brown that is slightly darker than what it was originally, but I've then also gone over it with a darker highlight to make it look a bit more sort of naturally worn, rather than how it was before, where it's sort of a much brighter cream wearing, and it always looked a bit off to me. And then the other thing I've done is I have given the head a repaint, so I'm going to quickly zoom in on the head for you all to see that. So for the head, all I've literally done is to repaint the hair. And so to repaint it, basically, the original version had a very sort of grey undercoat, a dark grey undercoat. But what I decided to do is to just, rather than use a grey, I've gone for a sort of very sort of greyish blonde, I suppose you'd say, as an undercoat on it, and then I've just highlighted it over with just some very light grey, almost white highlights. I haven't done the beard or anything, I've literally just done the hair, but I think it's worked really well because it's really sort of made the hair stand out. I mean, if I compare it, if I bring in here, this is one of the B&M War Doctor head sculpts. This is one of the new ones. You can certainly see the sort of tonal difference between the two, and I think the one where I've repainted it, it looks a lot more natural than it does on sort of, you know, the B&M version, which looks nice. It's a very nice detailing they've done on it, but I think it just looks a bit more natural and a bit more sort of closer to what we saw on screen, with it just sort of repainted a slightly sort of, like I said, a greyish blonde. I think it works very well. But that's pretty much all I've done for this custom. It's a very nice, simple one, and it really does make a difference, I have to say, for anyone else looking at their War Doctor customs. I think the biggest thing that really makes this stand out, apart from the sort of redoing the hair, is the jacket. It really sort of does look better with sort of very much closer to the tone sort of weathering. It just makes it look more worn, and it doesn't make the weathering stand out quite as much. But that brings to a close another custom figure showcase and another War Doctors / The Doctor Is In. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. Be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation, and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.